What's up, guys? Welcome to Slops Locks Thunderdome edition, the greatest sports betting show in the history of sports betting shows. Everybody knows that. If you've never seen the show, do yourself a favor, subscribe right now. Also, turn on the notifications. You never want to miss one of these. While you're doing all that, I'm going to introduce the panel today. As you can see, the panel is a little smaller than it normally is. We dropped off one person. He's traveling with his family. He just found that out like at 1 o'clock in the morning last night, apparently. So it's just going to be me and the great Lucy Burdge from BetQL. What's up, Lucy?
What's up, Slop? Happy to be here, just to come equipped as my own panel. I think that's just the best way to go. It is kind of rough to find out you have to travel at 1 a.m. for the next day. That's a rough go. But hopefully all the travels are uneventful.
Not easy. It's the gentleman we're talking about is the third leg, if you will. He's Dead Press Picks on Twitter, Matt McEwen. I was going to actually make his picks for him, but then I decided not to because I'm on fire right now. I cannot be stopped, and honestly, I want to keep that fire in-house.
Yeah, he can also have – yeah, he can – no, I have no problem with that. He can have my Michigan pick this week, the one. He can share in that with me. That is my extra one that is still open for business because I did give that out a few weeks ago because I'm just so excited about that game.
That was awesome.
That's still live, so I hope maybe he can share in that.
I love that as a strategy because now no one can really say they won or didn't win that week. And then by the time the game's played, it's like a month later. So, does anyone really remember, who was ahead, who wasn't? So, I mean, that was actually something I might mix in my 2024 Thunderdomes. But I don't have to do that this time because I got to be honest with you. I'm sweeping again. The reason I'm saying again is because, obviously, last week I swept. It was amazing. Nigel has the graphics. He's not going to put them up just because the win was that bad. But this is a new week, Lucy. New week.
Yeah, sometimes you sweep, but the other way. So it happens. It does happen. And it's one bad outing does not make a bad better does not that make. So I think that should be embroidered on pillows and such as that. So that, and such as, of course, that's direct quote. I just robbed Shakespeare blind of his quote, but that's, it's all good. So I think that, that's what the next week is for.
All right. Well, how about this? How about we just go right now? You're going to go first. I'm going to go next. We'll just go back and forth until finally both of us have given out 3 bangers. What do you think of that?
I love that. I'll just begin immediately. So I'm going to start with a bet that I absolutely love this weekend. Raiders plus 3.5 against the Colts, minus 110 at BetMGM. The Raiders have been on a little bit of a roll lately. They've won their last 2 games, and they have also covered both of those spreads. They've also covered their last 2 spreads on the road. Meanwhile, the Colts have failed to cover 2 of their last 3. The Raiders also, this is a stat from BetQL, the Raiders are 7-0 against the spread in weeks 14 through 17 over the last 2 years. This is a must-win for the Raiders with playoff implications on the line here, but win or lose, I think they cover the spread plus 3.5 against the Colts.
I like that. I'm a very big Antonio Pierce guy. I think he should get that job. I think that dude is an absolute winner. He's just a winner. Look at him. He wins. That's what he does. So the fact that someone's given his team points, I think, is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what I love too is that he did come out hot when he took this job and said, "I touch players, I touch former players, and I'm just gonna touch everybody." And everyone was like, "All right, great." And he hasn't lost since. I don't know if that's true, but he hasn't been. They're on a roll.
I'll be honest with you. He's one guy I'd be like, dude, whatever, man. You know what I mean? Touch me, do whatever you got to do. I'm not.
As long as you win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, please don't. But if you have to, I doubt there's anything I can do about it.
Right? So. Yeah, his word choice is something that I appreciate. So that is great. It's good stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with a former Raider for my first pick. Like how I tied that in, Lucy. That was awesome.
I do love that synergy.
Everyone saw it. Darren Waller over 41.5 receiving yards, plus 105 at ESPN Bet. I can tell you right now, there's going to be some hater in the comments saying, "Slop, you're an idiot. Over 37 is widely available everywhere." Well, guess what? Over 37.5 is what's widely available. And that's minus 120 at all these books. Not at ESPN Bet. For whatever reason, they're not limiting me anymore, so that's awesome. I'm using them. And they also do alts in a very different way than most books. Most books, I don't know if anyone notices, it goes in 10 to 15-yard increments for receivers, which I like. I'm fine with that. ESPN Bet lets you go 1 yard per, whatever. Like, that is
Ooh.
awesome. So I just made it plus money. That's all I did. FanDuel has 41.5 as the standard line, and it's minus 114. So you're getting a deal. No one can pass up a deal. But here's the thing. This isn't about any of that. All right. This is about Tyrod Taylor and his love for Darren Waller. He started twice this season, and Waller went 5 for 43 in one of those games and 7 for 98 in the other one. They've got the Rams this week. The Rams have given up the 7th most receiving yards to tight ends this season, Lucy. 7th most.
Yeah.
That's up there. There's a lot of teams in the NFL, quite a bit.
There are a few.
Yep, that's not good. I think the Rams do score on the Giants just because I don't know, the Giants are pretty much dead in the water. Defensively, I think that hurts more than offensively. So all roads lead to Darren Waller over 41.5 receiving yards. I'm 1-0.
I like that because, the Giants, it was a good story, but it has kind of flopped. So I think that's a good one. I like that very much. And I'm going to follow that up with my second bet, Buccaneers minus 2.5 against the Saints, minus 110 at BetMGM. The Buccaneers have covered their last 3 spreads. The Saints coming off of not covering against the Rams. The Saints are also 2-3 against the spread in their last 5 games. They have failed to cover in their last 3 on the road, while the Buccaneers have covered 2 of their last 3 at home. And the Buccaneers did beat the Saints 26-9 back in October. Buccaneers can take the division here, so more implications on the line. So I like the Buccaneers to get it done. Cover this minus 2.5, minus 110 at BetMGM.
I like that a lot, Lucy.
Thank you.
I got to be honest with you. I like it so much that I'll give out a bonus pick real quick, just between us. Like, we won't tell anybody about it. But I think Olave has a pretty good game. His yardage totals are pretty low for him for an alpha against the Buccaneers. But I think the Bucs score on them enough, blah, blah, blah. And that keeps the Saints throwing. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Thank you. I like that.
We're moving right along. I'm going to go Jameson Williams. He's my guy. No one else is my guy because I've been riding this kid for weeks now. He's paying every single week, all right? 40-plus receiving yards is plus 132 right now at FanDuel. Obviously, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that we took this the other day at plus 188. But here's the thing. I would still take it at plus 132. I would. I mean, I have no problem with doing that. He's involved in the offense now. Like, he's not just the guy that's running fly routes down the field and that's it. He's catching intermediate balls. He's doing all kinds of stuff. 45-plus snaps in each of the last 2 games, all right? Again, not just getting cardio. He's literally running every route. But here's the thing that he has not done yet, Lucy. A lot of people forget this. They look at the 4 for 40 something, stat line, the 4 for 50 stat line. They forget he hasn't taken one to the house yet. This kid is going to take a slant route for like 60 yards in one of these. He's going to. Like, he's way too fast not to do that. That's going to happen one of these weeks. And here's the thing. Even if he doesn't, he's still getting 40-plus yards, which he's done each of the last 2 weeks. Cowboys are going to score all over the Lions. Lions are going to have to fight back somehow. They're going to be able to run, but also Jameson Williams will be involved. That's 2-0. God damn, that's so good about it too.
That is absolute fire because I want to take the Lions, but I'm not taking the Lions because I don't trust them. So
I kind of do. I kind of do. You know what I do? You know what I think? I think that they are going to at least keep pace with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I think they can cover that whatever the number is.
I believe it is 6.
7, and then I saw it 6. So it's all over. Like, people like the Lions. That's all I'm saying.
People do. I love the Lions. They're the Roar Boys, but I think I will end up taking them. But I still have to go back. I almost took Jets money line last night, so I think maybe I like to look into things a little bit more because that would have been a disaster. But my final bet for today is a parlay, and it is plus 256 at BetMGM, and it is Patriots plus 13 against the Bills and Ravens minus 3 against the Dolphins. In the case of the Patriots, 13 is a big number. The Patriots have covered their last 2 spreads on the road. The Bills at home have failed to cover 4 of their last 6. Plus, the Patriots did beat the Bills back in October. The last time the Patriots did not cover a spread was December 3rd. So I think the Patriots can at least keep this close. They have some momentum. You have Bill Belichick hugging Bailey Zappi. The vibes are high. But Belichick is also smiling. The Bills don't win by 2 touchdowns very often. So I like the Patriots to cover here, keep this within 2 touchdowns. As for the Ravens, they have covered 4 of their last 5, and at home they've covered 3 of their last 5. Another stat from BetQL, the Ravens are 9-0 against the spread versus passing teams with a completion percentage of 61% or better this season. So I like the Ravens to cover that for this parlay plus 256 at BetMGM.
That's actually really good. I mean, I get kind of scared back in the Patriots ever, but I'm kind of with you on the vibes. Like I said, I saw Belichick smiling too. We all saw it, so he was
that
hugging.
Makes you want to take him.
Yeah, and
you're like, you know what, they're in a good
he's
spot.
A dick, like, you know what I mean? Like he's not like, there's no laying down for him. He knows the move is to keep losing, but somehow he won't do that.
Right. And people say, if you're not a real Patriots fan, if you want them to win, false. Stop with that. If you want this team to win, they're like, oh, it's only the pink hats that want them to win. I'm not saying win even, just cover. It's a big number. Exactly. And this team isn't tanking. So I would say plus 13 that's what I'm going with.
I mean, anybody that's saying that about the Patriots fans, it's up here. These people are not used to being in this situation.
Right.
It's been a very long time. Like, my nephew is like in his mid-20s, and this is the first time he's ever had to like deal with like losing.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that from birth.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't know what it's like when every other fan base, has been through numerous losing stretches throughout their lives, and this kid's standing around like, hey, what the hell's going on? They're losing. It's like, yeah, well, that happens in the NFL.
Yeah.
So they don't know. They're not the people to ask, I guess is my point.
Right.
They're not the people to give takes on what the Patriots should be doing right now. So there is that.
Yeah, there is that. I am 32 as of this week, and I still don't know anything but winning. So it's weird. Yeah. I don't know anything but Belichick with the Patriots. So it's weird. True. What is to come is very weird. So it's just I don't know how to handle it, but I handle it by rooting for the Patriots to at least cover.
There we go. Nice. Well, nice way to tie that back into gambling somehow. For my last pick, I'm gonna go my guy, the savior of all saviors, hopefully for me. Jake Ferguson, 50-plus receiving yards, minus 108 at FanDuel. Obviously, this is bet number 5 of the ladder challenge. I have $1,300. If you follow me on Twitter, I have $1,300. We're to that leg, the $1,300 leg, on over 45.5 minus 117. That moved immediately. All right, after me tweeting that out, like, not because I tweeted out, it moved everywhere. Wasn't me, but it just moved. So. The question that what's up?
It was you, honestly. I'm sure
it might have been me, but no big deal. The question everybody's asking though is, would you go 50 plus? And I'm like, yeah, of course. All right. This dude's been targeted 8 times in each of the last 4 games, like 8 times. All right. The Lions are going to score all over Dallas, okay? And whenever that happens, they're going to have to fight back, but they have the weapons, Dallas does. I mean, I don't know if you've seen them play football. They can move the ball. I don't think they're going to be able to run on Detroit, though. So Ferguson is going to get his 8 targets again, maybe more. The last 2 times he played in Dallas, he went 70-plus in both games. I think that's the likely outcome here. I think the last 2 games were just a product of Dak not being great. He still went like 44 and 45. You know what I'm saying? He's still like right there in that 50 range. So there is that. The Vikings tight end room just went 100+ against these Lions last week. So it's not like these guys are locked down by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to go on a hot take here. I think he could probably get this in close to 1 play. I think that's going to happen. Stupid happens and he gets loose for like 40, 50 yards. Watch. I'm going to be on the bet 6. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. It's going to be tomorrow night. So get this in now, because the Jameson Williams play and the first one, that's tomorrow night. So don't sleep. I used to do that all the time. I'd have great moves and then just wouldn't bet them. And then I realized that the game was not on Sunday. It's on Saturday night instead. So get those bets in. Just a PSA. Lucy, I think Nigel wrote something in the chat. It looks like a lot of numbers.
He sure did. Now, this is drum roll worthy here. $10 on this 6-leg parlay will win you $1,178.26, which I think is a very nice chunk of change right there.
I would go 100.
Yeah, look at that.
I mean, if I was parlay guy,
Yep.
which I'm really not, actually. I do parlays all the time, Lucy, right? But I'd never actually like bet them with anything other than like bonus bets or like boost or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know that I ever do that with actual like real money.
Right. Well, this, yeah, you add 2 more zeros onto that would be $11,780.
Yeah, it would be
Something like
11.
that. Yeah, it would be quite a bit of money.
For
But
something
yeah,
you know is going to happen.
yeah, I think, put $1 to $100 on this and you have a nice payday, I would say, on this parlay, 6-leg parlay right here.
I'll be honest, I just think we nailed all those bets, though. I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know all my 3 hit, and
Yeah.
I'm very sure all 3 of yours hit. So
Yeah, plus my Michigan one, which is still
yeah.
live.
Oh, I gave out the bonus Olave one too.
Yeah, there you go,
Not
bonus.
included in the
Plus, I
8-leg
also
parlay you could possibly do.
Yeah, Dead Prez can also have this one. I was looking at Jacoby Brissett to have over 1.5 passing touchdowns as well.
I think he does that.
Yeah, I like that as well against the 49ers. So, Dead Prez can have a couple of those as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, throw those in the parlay.
Throw those 3 in. Those are Dead Prezes. If they lose, his Twitter handle is at @DeadPrezPicks. Dead Prez Picks. He loves DMs from angry people, especially about picks that he didn't even make. So make sure you contact him there. All right, that's going to do it for us. I hope you had a great 2023 because the next time we see you, it'll be 2024. So happy New Year. Make a good resolution, one that you can handle this year. Don't do something crazy, but good resolution. Don't do anything stupid because we definitely want to see you again next Friday, but on the other side of 2024. Later, guys.